Hey there to all of my amazing listeners tuning in out there. Welcome to Fractured Poet, a podcast for all of you poetically insane individuals out there who love getting lost in the art of poetry. Podcasting from Ontario, California, I am your host, Katrina Wisniewski, just another person in the world obsessed with words, striving to make sense of it all. All right, so today's episode is another session of love-infested poetry crap. I told you I had at least one or two more episodes coming up. Well, if you're getting sick of the love crap, rest assured that this is the last of the love poems. For the moment, anyways. I think I found most of the love poems hidden away on my laptop, so for now at least, you don't have to worry about any love-like poetry after this episode, I promise. However, assuming there are people who like listening to my love poems, shoot me a message or whatever and let me know, and I'd be glad to dig some more up, maybe even write one to accommodate your request. But with that being said, why don't we dive into the first love poem of the episode? This one is called Thoughts of You. My days consist of nothing but you, waking up to the thought of you and the urge to hear your voice. I can't think of anything else. My mind is clouded by the thought of you, becoming unaware of what surrounds me. What have you done to me? I know I mentioned this word before in a previous episode, but Twitter painted is the word that comes to mind after reading this poem. Becoming totally obsessed in a non-stalkerish way and addicted to someone could be the most wonderful feeling, depending on the situation, of course. To be honest, I feel like this on the daily with my fiance. I'm not going to lie. Even when I am with him, sitting next to him or being in the same room as him, I can't help but become hopelessly addicted and obsessed with him. I find this weird coming from me because after so many misfires, I actually started to believe that love or love at first sight did not exist. At one point, prior to meeting my fiance, I threw my hands up and said I was done looking. I was tired of looking. I was going to concentrate on me, do what I needed to do. If someone was really that interested in me and met my version of perfect, then he would show up looking for me. As retarded and unrealistic as that sounds, it really happened. I stopped putting out the effort, stopped trying, stopped looking, and Prince Charming found me and sought me out instead of it being the other way around. So, to feel something like this and have it truly mean something, like really mean something, it's the best feeling. You never want to snap out of it because it feels so good. It's even better when that person has the same feelings towards you, something you will never forget. But on to the next one. This poem is called Secrets. There are some things that should be kept secret, like the gleam in her eyes when she looks at you, smiling in such a way. It should be forbidden. Or the way she stares off into the world, wondering what she's done wrong. Everyone has a secret. What's yours? All right. I don't think this poem is a love poem. Once I was done reading it, it didn't really sound like a love poem. I honestly don't know what this poem sounded like, but whatever. Can't tell you where I got the idea for this one either. I am not aware of the thoughts that were roaming through my head at that time. I guess this could be one of those poking for information type poems, finding a way to pull you in by being seductive just to get close enough to where you reveal your deepest, darkest secrets. Okay, but on to the next one. This one might coincide with the one I just read. You tell me. This one is called Lies. Lie to me because you suck at it. I can see right through you. I have exposed you like a raw nerve, and I like how it feels. Lie to me because you know you can't get away with it. Look into my eyes and tell me you want me, and mean it. Lie to me the way I lie to you when I say I don't want you back. I really love this poem. I don't know where it came from or how I came up with the concept of it, but I freaking love everything about this poem. It's seductive, it's crazy, and kind of stealthy. The way it's written is genius, but then again, that's just my opinion. Who knows, maybe to the rest of you it sucks booty. I don't normally get cocky about the poems I write. I don't boast about it or purposely shove them in people's faces. Usually, the poems I think are crap are usually the ones that people praise and compliment me on. Not only is the poem seductive, but it's so reverse psychology. It's almost as if this person loves it when this particular individual lies because it is easily detected or because this person is just that predictable. My favorite line out of this entire poem is, I have exposed you like a raw nerve, and I like how it feels. I have exposed you like a raw nerve. Every time I read that line, it gives me goosebumps. That one phrase can be interpreted in so many ways. Like, I know everything there is to know about you, so don't you dare lie to me. Yet at the same time, I want you to lie to me. I don't know. This poem seems a little twisted and slightly confusing all in one. Welcome to my brain. But the next poem I'm going to read is called You Got Me. You got me feeling tormented. The way you stare at me, those eyes are so enchanting. You got my body trembling. I can feel your lips calling out to me. You got me feeling twisted. I back away just to move closer. You got me feeling restless, wanting you to give in. Don't fight it. Not that I didn't realize this before, but I have a thing with eyes. It doesn't really matter about the color of someone's eyes, but just the look in someone's eyes. I can't really explain it. To look into someone's eyes and feel you're completely surrendering at will is a great feeling, at least to me anyways. I am always referring to eyes in most, if not all, of my love poems. I have a weakness for eyes. The eyes can expose so many things without hearing a single word come out of that person's mouth. The way a person sounds is just as intriguing. Listening to the sound of someone's voice is hypnotizing. I can listen to my fiance talk for hours about something, whether I am interested or not, just to listen to the sound of his voice. Other than seeing pictures of him prior to meeting him, his voice was the first thing I was able to experience. After we ended our first official phone call to each other, I have to admit I had this thing where his voice was inside my head the rest of the night. To have the opportunity to really, truly listen to someone's voice as they're talking is indescribable. My fiance is a huge comic fan, and I am not one to fall head over heels for comic books, but I love listening to him talk about them, especially Batman. He is my Batman, and I'm his Harley. I love Harley Quinn, by the way. More of the animated series Harley Quinn, though. He has so much knowledge about the Batman universe, it's insane. I definitely picked one of the hot nerds. I don't think a lot of people actually take the time to really listen to someone, though. It doesn't matter if they are talking about a topic you don't care for, or even agree with, or something you have no knowledge about. Listen to the sound of their voice. You might be surprised the type of things you find out about not only the person you're listening to, but you might actually learn something about yourself as well. All right, so the last poem I'm going to read does not have a title, so here it goes. Walking down the aisle, watching my life flash before my eyes, the love of my life dressed to impress, surrounded by the people we love. What more could a girl ask for? Unaware of the tears gliding down my cheek, I'm in love. I believe I wrote this poem not too long after I was officially engaged. I was on cloud nine for a while. I started thinking about what our wedding would be like and the feelings that would come flooding out of control during the ceremony, and this poem came out. This poem is basically hypothetical because obviously the wedding hasn't taken place yet, but I just sat there and pictured what it could be like, walking down that aisle, wherever that might be, and have a moment of reflection up to that point, a bit of a reality check. I am really doing this. This is happening. I am getting married. I never saw myself getting married. To be honest, I never really thought that far into the future. Of course, every girl randomly sits and thinks about her future wedding and what it should be like in her eyes, but when it really happens, I'm sure it's a completely different story. I wrote this poem with an idea of how I might react while walking down the aisle, and this was the outcome of it. All right, all you lovely people, that pretty much concludes today's show. For those of you who are always tuning in, and even those who are just joining in, a huge hug and a massive thank you for listening. I hope you liked what you heard and tune in next time. You can catch this and future episodes at anchor.fm/Fractured Poet. This episode of Fractured Poet was written and produced by me, Katrina Wisniewski. Music by Alternative Rock Volume 1 and Rock Electronica Volume 4 from freeplaymusic.com. You can also follow me on Instagram at Fractured Poet. And as always, thanks for listening, and until next time.